I'm at the Ivy, the place where Heather and I met. We're having a wonderful meal with my son. Um, I had half a drink. I was eating, and I asked my son a question, and I started to slur my words. And they made a huge deal of it. It lasted for maybe a minute. I was going blah, 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 like this. Heather stood up, thinking maybe I was having a stroke. Okay,
Hmm.
and she said, "Call 911." I got very upset because it's a very public place. It's my favorite restaurant. And to be honest with you, 15 minutes earlier, the TMZ bus had ridden
Right.
by
Oh, we pass it all the time.
and waved to us. It was one of those things. And I said, "What are you doing?" Because I didn't really realize, I didn't perceive it the way she observed it. And so I said, "Sit down, stop it." We got into an argument. Okay.
We see it right
and
there.
There it is. The ambulance comes. It had completely cleared within about maybe 60 or 75 seconds. Respectfully, I got into the ambulance. They checked me out. I was completely normal. My vitals were normal. Heather said, "Take him to Cedars," which is right around the corner. And I refused. And I was so upset she was making such a big public deal of this. I called Uber. I got into an Uber and I wanted to go home and go to bed and just get away from this. So Heather gets her own Uber and says, "Follow that Uber." Calls my best friends who are all high level doctors. They all called me and inundated me with, "Terry, go get this checked out. It could be a TIA. It could be a pre-stroke." So finally, they appealed to me. I pull into Hoag Hospital. I got evaluated in the ER. I had an MRI, and sure enough, I had a TIA. Had Heather Dubrow, all right, I'm going to start to cry, to be honest with you. Had she just let me go home, I'm a doctor. I know what I'm doing. Don't argue with me. I'm going to bed. I would probably not be alive today. Heather Dubrow saved my life. No questions about it. So if your partner is insistent upon something about you medically, go get it checked out, because your perception of what's going on may be very different than what they're seeing.